Get out and have a look outdoors at this hour. We do have storms that will be coming, and actually the storms that are coming will help settle the wind. A look outside your Bordner Home Improvement City Cam. It's all blue skies from our State Street building, checking out the downtown area, where wind gusts right now are up to 40 miles per hour. 37 is the official highest wind gust, but I see 44s up here in Atchison and St. Joe and most of eastern Jackson County with 40+ mile per hour wind gusts. There's your line of thunderstorms. I'm using 3 sets of Doppler radars to look at that, including our site in Belton, and that line is beginning to take shape a bit. Temperatures really warms, upper 70s all the way north to about Maryville, but just northwest of that, it cools off just on the other side of that front. 75 is the official temperature. South winds at about 28. And by the way, we're going to revisit that radar here in just a second. Here's a look at your Big 12 tournament tonight. 5:30, K-State and TCU tip off. The stadium or the T-Mobile Center should begin filling up with people now, or at least whatever's allowed in there. Iowa State OU, the second game. Roughly an 8:30 tip-off on that one. By 5 o'clock, 73. 68 at 7. Then here comes the rains. During the evening and overnight hours, your runner's forecast, the rain should pretty much be gone by morning. It will be left with a cooler day, maybe a much more comfortable day to be outside and doing a little bit of running. The high temperature near 60 with north winds at about 10 miles an hour. A much more doable day, I think, outside. Here's again a look at that array of Doppler radars looking at that storm that's setting up to the north of us along that cold front movement. Now, these storms individually are just booking down the road at about 45 to 48 miles an hour with each one of these cells. The entire line, though, will begin to sag to the south. No watches in the area. That's a tornado watch, but that's north of Des Moines, extending all the way into southern Minnesota. Here's a look at the storms as they move in. This is a high-resolution model showing you that we should have the rains and storms in here between 7 and 8 o'clock. That'll push farther to the south. Maybe a little impulse of heavier rains coming in by about 4 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. But once the storms pass through the metro by 8:30 or 9 this evening, just a couple of light showers to follow, and Thursday looks to be a nice dry day. Here's a look at the potential for strong or severe weather. Looks like large hail would be the primary threat and maybe the only threat for a severe storm. Most of that should happen south of about I-70. More rain to follow, though. Friday, rain. Could pick up a ½ inch out of that. Saturday, rain. Could pick up at least a ½ inch with that one. And this Sunday, rain could produce an inch all by itself, maybe an inch and a half. So let's see what the modeling data says about this. By the way, Monday, a couple of sprinkles are possible too. Forecast for rainfall, add them all together. That's your Friday, Saturday, Sunday rains. We could see an inch .84, 5.8 in Butler. These are all definite possibilities. Heavy soaking rains, especially southeast of the Kansas City metro. Security Bank 7-day, 60 is your high Thursday. Yeah, you can say goodbye to that 70-degree weather, obviously, as you look out across the area. Again, here's a look at what you can expect with that. And 48 degrees Saturday. That is the day that we spring forward. So set your clocks forward 1 hour before you go to bed Saturday night. Much cooler weekend. Then we get a couple of cool mornings. Maybe a few frosty mornings Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's one reason why we hold off on planting gardens around here. You have several days in a row where it's 70, Carol, and everybody gets the bug to go outside and do a little gardening. But you can see the cool air coming in next week with possible frost. That's why we don't do it.
Yep, be patient. Not quite yet. Thank you, Gary.
Okay.
Well, that